Welcome. My name is Steve Cole, and this is my EMC 400 Module 1 video presentation, Word on the Street. The question asked is, what qualities do you think are most important in the leader? And the assignment called for me to record a video interview with someone whom you consider to be a strong EMS leader and ask them which qualities they feel most important and why. This submission is supposed to be 3 to 5 minutes in length, so we'll see if we can do that. Now the question is, who did I choose? And, honestly, I made kind of a ballsy choice. I chose myself. Now, part of this is self-serving. Due to spring break and such, I simply did not have time to hook up with some of the people I would have normally have chosen for this. In our local area, everybody's on spring break, out doing stuff with their families, and just simply weren't available. But also, I started thinking about Willow. If you remember this, Willow, a movie in the late 80s, early 90s, Willow Elfgood, seen here, was asked which finger holds the secret and power to the universe. And of course he chose the wrong one. And then afterward he learns that the answer was his own finger. And I started thinking, but I am an EMS leader. I'm a captain with my training agency. I educate, I teach, I lead on projects. So am I qualified to do this? Now the question is, am I an effective EMS leader? And that is really beyond the scope of this. But I think I certainly qualify as an EMS leader, and I think I have something to offer. And what I'm going to offer is not so much my lessons to a newer generation, but just some of the key lessons I've learned from people who have mentored me. And the funny thing is, a lot of times when they're mentoring me, I didn't realize it at the time. So the first one, this was actually put out very as a mentorship lesson from my current boss, somebody who's evolved quite a bit as a leader over the past 20 years. I've been at Ada County. And it's that leadership can't be about you. Leadership is about the people you work with, your customers, your patients, but it can't be about you. If you want to jump into emergency medicine at 100 miles an hour, saving patients with your hair on fire, that's fine. Matter of fact, we need those people. We need guts and glory. But you can't be in a leadership position if that's your primary focus. Because then it's about you. You saving that patient. You doing the school skill. You doing that. You running around at 200 miles an hour. Leadership has to be about the people who you have working under you and working around you. Now, we all heard the expression that, well, when you help those people succeed, you succeed. And, that is true, but then that's also about you because you're self-serving. You have to want to help them to succeed because that is best for the organization, and it's best for them, and it's best for the patients. And if you happen to get some fringe benefit from that, then that's just a bonus. You have to want them to succeed because they are the next generation who will carry on after you are gone. You have to want them to succeed because you have faith that they will do better at your job than you are doing now. That is what you're shooting for. Now, lesson number 2 is don't be afraid to make mistakes, but learn from them. My agency has been very good about trying new things, saying, wow, that didn't work, or occasionally, wow, that was a colossal failure, and then shifting gears on a dime and trying something new, learning from it. Not all agencies are that flexible or that willing to venture out and put themselves out there. This example is in community paramedic programs, in FTO programs, in different education methodologies, different deployment strategies, especially different deployment strategies. Look at the fire service in that regard. But you have to be able to make mistakes, learn from them, and say, wow, that didn't work out the way we hoped it would, or we didn't see the results we hoped it would, and try something else. Finally, leadership and learning is inseparable. You have to be willing to both teach and learn simultaneously. I love this picture because you really don't know who is the master and who is the student. And in reality, both are. And that's been my experience in education and the limited leadership experience I have, is I learn as much from the people around me. We need to get away from the hierarchy of one boss, many followers. and peer and teamwork is the future of leadership. We need to get away from the idea that the more names you have after your, the more abbreviations you have after your name, the more merit badge courses you have, automatically means you are better qualified. Now, education is key, formal education is key to good leadership, but it's only part of it. How well do they model what they've learned? We need to continuously improve by learning and growing and renewing and reinventing ourselves as leaders and providers. I certainly am not the leader and provider I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or God help us, 25 years ago. We need to be fearless as we go forth in leadership, understanding that we will learn is a pathway and is a journey. And sometimes in some organizations, our leadership style will be put us out there by ourselves. It's different, and that's okay. We need to continuously change and find what works. So remember that we never learn from our successes. We really learn from when we screw up and when we fail, and then move on. So thank you for your time. I hope this was useful, and I hope I don't shoot myself in the foot by choosing myself as a leader. Thank you.